All right, what's up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Mastering the Pokeverse. I'm Steven, and as always, I got Trey with me, and we're going to dive right into it.
All right, today we're going to talk about like some of the video games and our favorite characters and our favorite gym leaders and stuff like that. And later, at the end of the episode, Steven has a surprise for us. He's going to open up 3 mystery packs that he got from PokeRev. So hopefully we'll get lucky and pull a gold pack, but we'll see. All right, go ahead, Steven. So what's your favorite gym leader from all the games?
So, this is kind of a tough question, but I think I have to go with the original OG of Fire, which is Blaine. I've always loved Arcanine, and for some reason, I've always really liked Rapidash. And anytime I start a game, I usually choose Fire. So, yeah, I mean, why? Who couldn't love Blaine, right?
Yeah, well, Rapidash is one of my favorite Pokemon as well. Just from the fire type from the Gen 1, Rapidash is pretty cool.
Oh yeah, love the design, and I think it's kind of like an underrated Pokemon, truthfully. And for those who don't know, actually, Arcanine was supposed to be considered a legendary, which is kind of
Oh,
cool. It was actually going to take place of Moltres originally in the Tree of the Birds, but then they decided to not do that, and they made Growlithe, so which evolved into Arcanine. But I think that's really cool. Yeah, Arcanine was originally supposed to be a legendary Pokemon, which makes it really cool that it actually appears in a gym.
yeah, Growlithe is definitely looks like one of the 3 dogs as well. Maybe because they didn't go with it in the legendary birds, they were like, okay, let's still release it as a normal Pokemon or a fire type Pokemon, and then we'll make it all the 3 next generation ones after Growlithe.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. Definitely see that. But how about you? What would you say your favorite gym leader is?
So mine, I grew up out on the water. Grew up in Maryland on the bay, and loved going jet skiing and stuff. So when we first watched the Indigo League, and Ash kind of runs into Misty in the very beginning, I've always just kind of had an affinity towards the water type gyms and stuff like that. And her Staryu was always Starmie is the evolved version, I believe. So her Starmie and
Yeah,
Staryu, that's one of my favorite, probably my first favorite Pokemon. I mean, now that's not my favorite Pokemon anymore, but in the beginning, that was definitely my favorite.
it's funny that you actually mentioned Starmie because when I would play the Gen 3 games and it was like a battle league you could enter into, Starmie was always one of the 3 that I chose for my team. I would always choose Starmie, Sandslash, and Magneton. No idea why, but I just thought it was a really cool combo. Kind of get some water, some electric, you get some ground in there. And so, yeah,
Yeah, they pair
definitely
well
a good
together.
choice.
They pair well together for battling, definitely. You want to definitely kind of
Yeah,
mix it up.
absolutely. So, what about your Elite Four? Who would you say your favorite Elite Four member is?
So my favorite would have to be from Gen 3. That's the game that I really, geez, when Gen 3, 2003, I can't think Gen 3, the Sapphire and Ruby came out.
Yeah,
So
roughly.
yeah, so that's really when I was 10, almost 10 years old, and I really started getting into the Game Boy scene, really started playing the video games. So my first foray into into battling, whatever that word is, would be Drake because his
That's
Pokemon
fine.
are just so cool. You had the Shelgon, which is cool, and then the evolved form of Shelgon, Salamence, and Flygon is one of my favorite flying type Pokemon. So
All right,
what
that's
would you
fair.
say for you?
So I really liked Karen because I love Umbreon. I like the dark types. You had Umbreon, you had Houndoom, who was that mix of dark and fire. So I think that was really cool. And you also don't really see any gym trainers that use a lot of dark type.
No.
So especially in that generation. So when you get to actually go to the Elite Four, you get to experience a whole, different realm of Pokemon. There's not even a ton of dark type, just wandering around to run into. So, and also both of them look really cool. I mean, how do you not like Umbreon and Houndoom?
Yes, yes. Houndoom, one of the more common ones, but definitely the evolved. Yeah, it looks really cool.
Yeah, I used to always use Houndoom and like Silver and Gold. That was
So
always one of my first Pokemon I would try to get would be a Houndoom.
Yeah, so based on that, you like dark types. So what kind of gym leader, what type of gym leader would you be if you were to become a gym leader?
So now I'm going to sound crazy because I'm going to go completely away from what I just said. But I would personally probably be a dragon type. Um, I really like using, Dragonite, Salamence, Pokemon like that. I just respect the fact that an Elite Four member actually has a Dark type Pokemon lineup, but it's hard not to choose Dragon. I mean, I really liked Claire, and as a gym leader, you get to go and get your teenie for the first time right behind the gym and everything like that. So I think I'd probably choose Dragon.
Yeah, I
How
know
about you?
Dragonite is one of your favorite cards is actually a Dragonite card, isn't it?
It is, and I have like 4 or 5 of them right behind me on my display because how can you not like Dragonite?
Yeah, yeah.
Said it about a few
Go pull out your favorite Dragonite card if you have it. Do you have it up there right now?
I do actually. So this would probably be my favorite Dragonite card. So you have Light Dragonite from Neo Destiny. It's clean. Oh, I misdropped it. Um, and funny thing about my collection is when I was going to set up this display, I had a lot of pristine cards up there, such as Dark Charizard, Base Set Venusaur. The fronts look great, hollows not scratched, until you turn them over. And on the back is my initials, because as a kid, what else do you do?
You
Don't
don't want
want
people to
anybody to steal
steal
your
it.
purse, you write your initials.
Yeah, you don't want nobody to steal your cards.
So, as long as I get them graded and PSA doesn't look at the back of them, I'll be golden. But otherwise, my initials are on some of my favorite cards. But
Sadly, the cases are clear.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, I love that card. Yeah, I remember actually pulling that card. Neo Destiny was one of my favorite sets.
So if we going off that question, I'll answer for mine. Water type, of course, based on what I said before, would be my go-to. Of course, I would definitely pick the Starmie. Probably Gyarados for sure. Lapras, I do enjoy Lapras.
Lapras is sweet.
Yeah, Swampert. That was probably
Also a good pick.
that's a Gen 3 starter, I'm pretty sure, right?
Yep.
Okay. It's hard to keep all the generations together.
I know there's so many now. Like even somebody who's been collecting since it first came out and playing most of the games. I haven't played the last few that came out, but it's so hard to keep up.
Yeah, well, like I think we discussed last episode, the lag rate on the new one is just abysmal.
Yeah, that's what I've heard, which makes it tough.
All right.
So
go ahead, Steven.
I was going to say, with you kind of talking about some of your favorite Pokemon and, ones that you would choose for, if you were a gym, in the Elite Four, what would you say your elite team of 6 be? Just in general, it doesn't have to be if you were, a gym trainer in the Elite Four, but if you were to play a game today, you could choose any of the Pokemon. Who would you choose?
So I would have to start off with my starter, a Swampert. Well, actually, I go with 2 starters in my deck or in my lineup. I also go with Quilava because that's probably one of my favorite fire types, I would say.
So would you keep it a Quilava or would you get it to a Typhlosion?
Yeah, I mean, of course, if you're battling, you probably want the Typhlosion. Pikachu because he's the OG from Indigo League and Ash's sidekick. I'll go with your favorite Pokemon, Dragonite, and
good choice.
Salamence, and then I would round it out with Aggron because for some reason I just really enjoy the Aaron, and I enjoy his evolution all the way up. So that's probably one of my favorite evolutions.
Honestly, thinking back about it, like when I would go through the games, I wish I would have used Aggron more.
Oh, I use Aggron all the time.
It's a beast. Yeah, I mean, I would kind of use them a little bit here and there, but I just never, I think, really appreciated like rock types as much. Like even Rhydon, like Rhydon's really cool. I never used them, so I wish I would have used Aggron more.
I can say I never really used Rhydon, but Aaron, however you want to say it.
Aaron.
Aaron. He's that was definitely my go-to. I would always because he's high defense, well-rounded, good attack pool. So, and then on
Yes,
that,
sir.
what would be your favorite six or starting six?
Well, you already know the first one,
Yeah.
Dragonite. I also really love Lucario.
Yeah.
I like fighting types. He's quick. There was actually a movie with him and I believe Mew in it, and I really gained a lot of respect for Lucario after watching that movie. The starter I'm going to choose is Blaziken. I always use Blaziken in Gen 3. I did really like Swampert too, but for some reason I probably chose Torchic. I mean, 80% of the time when I played those games.
Yeah,
And then
that was definitely my second over.
Torchic?
Yeah, behind Swampert.
Yeah. Fire again. So now kind of going back to Karen using Umbreon. I really enjoy playing with Umbreon, Blastoise,
Oh,
and then I
OG
think I
favorite.
would round it out with Tyranitar.
Okay. Yeah. Tyranitar is rocks. Rock,
Kind of
rock
rock dark. I
fighting?
think it might
Okay,
just
rock dark.
classify
Okay.
only as rock, but you get the crunch in there or bite, things like that. The only thing I disliked about using Tyranitar, same thing with Dragonite in the games, was back then it just took so long to get to their evolution because you would get them towards the end of the game, and you would get at their first evolution like Larvitar or Dratini at level 20, and then the only way to level them up is to either battle them against all these really strong types and then they die, or experience share, and then even that took forever. So I
Yeah,
kind of liked it when they remade some of the games and experience share if you had it like in your items, it gave it to all, like, and you got it early on, so that was
well,
kind of nice.
now in the Scarlet and Violet, it's just automatic.
Is it?
Yeah, yeah. As soon as you
Wow,
start, everybody gets a little bit of experience. You don't need to have any items or anything.
that's kind of nice. I kind of like that. I mean, you are a true OG though if you sat there and spent all the time leveling up all these Pokemon back in the day because it
Yeah,
took so much time.
especially like you said, the
Those are-
Tyranitar and the Dragonite. They took
Yeah.
level 45, I think, to level up to the next
Somewhere
final form.
between like 45 and 50, I
Yeah.
think. It might even be a little bit higher than that, which is nuts, but at least now it's not too bad.
All right. So you said your favorite set was Legendary Collections or Neo Destiny.
New Destiny.
Okay.
However, a set I would like to see remastered would probably be Legendary Collection. I mean, either or, New Destiny or Legendary Collection. But what I really loved about Legendary Collection is, if anybody has seen it, and I will actually show you, since I have one right here, as long as I don't break my display, is so Legendary Collection, you can kind of see that it has the hollow all on the outside, so you can kind of see that it shines. So I really love that about those cards. And these days, like, they kind of do the reverse hollow, but it's not quite Legendary Collection. I just love like how much it brightens up the card, and it was just so different back then. So I'll probably say that set. Yeah, I would have to go with that set
Okay.
to
Well,
remake in some form.
going off of that, I guess if we're talking about remastering sets, I would have to go with Gym Challenge, just because I really enjoy collecting other people's Pokemon from the show and
Yeah,
from the games. Like you got Misty Starmie or Staryu, and you got Giovanni's Persian, which is really cool to own one of the Team Rocket's Pokemon, and then Blaine's Charizard. So those are
yeah,
some of my favorite ones from the set, and also Misty's Gyarados as well.
yeah. It's kind of cool. Like, in a sense, I guess they have almost done that a little bit. For instance, like in Temporal Forces, now you have the full art trainer, which is Morty, and then you have the Gengar there, so they have like the trainer galleries
Yeah,
cards, which
but
is
it's
kind of
not.
cool.
I don't think it's the same though, because it doesn't say this is
Yeah,
Morty's Gengar. I mean, you can kind of infer, but
no, I agree. I would like to see them like kind of have both of them. That'd be pretty sweet. So you get the actual trainer, and then you can kind of get in a different design because they do that kind of now. You'll have 4 different variations of Charizard.
yeah,
An EX, an Illustration Rare, Secret Rare. So it'd be kind of cool if they did the same thing. They had like Morty's Gengar, and then they actually had Morty.
is that the
With
only set
Gengar just in
they
it.
kind of did that with?
No, the past few sets they've had a lot of them like that. Like even 151, they had Giovanni sitting there with Persian. I think kind of looking at like a fireplace or something like that. So
Okay.
So they kind of been doing that within the last few sets. But it would be cool to kind of go back to actually saying, Erica's Vileplume or Giovanni's Persian, stuff like that. That would be a cool set to see.
All right, well, I think that kind of wraps up what we had planned for today. Do you want to kind of end the video with some openings? See if you can get lucky.
Yeah, see if we can pull gold.
Yeah.
Last time I actually bought 2 packs. Best pack I got out of it was Unbroken Bonds.
Okay.
So I guess we'll go ahead and open these.
Let's see.
And I apologize now for everybody who is watching. I'm still trying to figure out the picture-in-picture, but
yeah, as we go along, hopefully we'll get better at this thing.
Yeah, everyone's here for the ride.
Pull it on screen,
All right.
Steven. Pull it on screen.
So these are the packs in the first one. And I think just because we are starting to get towards the end of the video, we'll open up the special pack. And unfortunately, we get green, which is all right. We'll go ahead and open this and see what we can get. Hopefully we'll get some specials to make it worth it. Got some Pokemon Go here.
Pokemon Go.
Did you collect much of Pokemon Go?
I have a couple. Not too much. That's kind of when I started to get back into it.
Okay.
So, like I said, we went Crown Zenith. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and so we can get. I did not do the pack trick, but actually I pulled 2 cards there.
Is that the reverse? Okay. Nope. The rare is Melting.
Yeah, it's all right. All right. Pack number 2. Last time I accidentally looked down, so I saw what it was beforehand.
You were disappointed before you even started.
So I'm still looking up. Let's see what packs we got in here.
Oh, Crown Zenith is a good.
Packs,
Crown Zenith is a good pull from this. So he's throwing them in.
Yeah, I do like some Crown Zenith. All right, and
green. Well, you have one more. One more.
All right.
Do you know what the pull
If
rates are?
anybody who hasn't opened these packs, on the back, so you can kind of see like your different odds here. So you have green, which is I think like 1 in, or that's pretty much the standard you'll get. You have red, which is 1 in 5, silver 1 in 10, where you start hitting the black and white era. Then gold is 1 in 25, which is all the vintage packs. Your base set, your whatever else he wants to throw in there.
Vivid
Voltage. Vivid Voltage. Okay, we can get luck with this one. All right. Got a Wailmer.
Blitzel. I do like Blitzel as one of the horse Pokemon.
Non-hollow, but that's all right. All right, here we go, Trey. See if we can actually...
They say third time's the charm. Let's see if we can get it.
Trying really hard not to look down. Gonna leave it on my lap. At least get a cool sticker. All right, probably just about the same packs. Yeah. Nothing wrong with that. Yep. We're going to have a lot of packs open. All right, and...
Oh, red!
Got a red.
Hey, it's better than nothing. Or better than green, I should say.
It is.
Next level up.
Yeah, so we could get a Team Up pack in this, which would be really sweet, because Team Up right now has gone up, I think, around like $50 a pack.
Oh, okay.
Which is insane. But, it just happens. I mean, look at Evolving Skies. It has pretty much, just going through the roof. I believe we just got Fates Collide. We did.
Okay.
So Fates Collide is pretty sweet.
Oh, I guess you're opening that one.
Yeah.
Just going in.
Why not? Let's end on a good note, maybe.
Oh, Lucario.
Gotta love some Lucario.
All right, there's your reverse.
1, 2.
Ooh, there you go. That's a good pull.
Team Rocket's Handiwork. It's actually a pretty sweet card. And I don't have it, so I'll take it.
Cool. All right, well.
All right, well, not a bad way to end the video.
Not a bad way. We thank you for joining us for another week and becoming one step closer to becoming a Pokemon Master. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and follow us on Instagram. The link is in the video below.
And we'll see you guys next time as we discuss the highs and lows of Pokemon collecting and some helpful tips for trainers. All right, guys. Thank you.